Here we go now. I'm a villain. I'm a rogue. I nick your wallet. Well, God had known. I'm a bandit. I'm a cat. An open window. I'm in your own. I'll have your jewels. Or kiddies' toys, and unlock safe, a joy of joys. I'll be the gas man, or a toad. I'll have your telly, or God knows.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Update for Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. Happy Hump Day. Let's get right to the action today. Let's just take a look. So if we look here at the action for the last 2 days on the SPX, all I'm seeing here is digestion. Say it 5 times fast, Brian. Digestion, which is great. We're just holding, going sideways. We held today twice at yesterday's low of the day. Which is good, which is healthy. So, we've been in this situation where these intraday pullbacks you can't get any sort of momentum on the downside. Every time it looks like we're rolling over, buyers just step in. I'm just taking a look here at Snowflake, which is absolutely ripping face. It's up about 30% on earnings. I think we got CRM too, which is not doing quite as good, but that will be interesting because that could be a good harbinger for the software patch. Now we'll see. Okay, so let's talk for a second about. Oh boy, let's talk about blowing your account up. Whew. Okay, it's a big one. I've blown 2 small accounts up. When I started out in the first 10 years, almost blew my account up during the financial crisis. I'd never seen a market like that. I'd like to think I will never blow my account up again. But you never know, and you always have to be on guard. And the reason I bring this up today is I've been talking to a lot of traders and investors in the last few weeks. And here's something that I keep hearing from almost all of them. I have made so much money in this market. I've made more money than I ever thought I could make in the market. I've made life-changing money in the market, but I haven't made enough, right? I haven't made enough. And it's this sense that there's no number that is enough. And so what ends up happening is someone I know a guy that just made $100 grand on a position, and immediately he's looking, where can I put that 100 grand? Where can I put that 100 grand? Because everything has just been working for him. There's this post on FinTwit that's going around today. It's an anonymous account, of course. And it's a guy who says he started 2 years ago with $700,000 and he worked super hard and studied and did everything he was supposed to do. And he's turned it into $20 million and it's just going viral, right? And every time you look at something like that, because you took your $30,000 account, you turned it into 60 and you think, oh my God, that's great. And then you see someone that made more money, right? It doesn't have to be 700,000 to 20 million. It could be, some idiot brother-in-law that that just bought Nvidia and he's made a gazillion dollars. There's this desire to I want more. I have to keep going. And it's very, very dangerous, especially in a market like this, because not to steal a line from, is it The Big Short? When the music stops, that's when the same technique that takes $700,000 to 20 million in 2 years takes 20 million to zero or less if you're on margin. So now more than ever, it's super important to understand that you do not define yourself by the market. You do not define yourself by how much money you're making or not making in relation to somebody else. The only way you define yourself is by your goals. What are your goals as a trader, as an investor, as a father, as a mother, as a parent, as a partner to a spouse, right? Because the financial decisions we make don't just impact us, they impact our family, right? So, what are your goals? What goals have you set? And are you making progress towards those goals? And then forget what everybody else is doing. Because I'm going to guess that 90% of you would not be comfortable taking the sort of risk that takes $700,000 to $20 million. And here's why. There's only two ways that you can do that, right? One is to just leverage yourself up to the hilt, mostly using options. And that is either an all win or an all lose. And it seems easy when the market is in this massive uptrend. The other way is to just have conviction. Now, people think conviction is a good thing. I've got conviction. I believe in something. But you can believe in the wrong thing, right? There's people that had conviction 8 years ago in pot, and they haven't made any money. The point I'm trying to make is there's this weird world between technicals and fundamentals, and most of us exist in there. We use technicals to manage our risk, and when a stock goes super hyper parabolic, this type of stock that you would be in if you're going to try to get 700,000 to 20 million, normative risk management says, I need to take some profits. I need to trim, right? Whereas the guy that's trying to go for the home run, he's adding to that thing as it goes parabolic. That will work for a while until it doesn't. Then the other side of the coin is the person that has that conviction, that fundamental, they just know this stock and they've read everything about it and they know it's going to work out, but they don't, right? They don't know if it's going to work out. They may have conviction in a bad stock, in a faulty product, in something that nobody wants to buy. All we end up seeing is outcome bias, the people that are going to tell you how much money they made and talk about how great it was. And, half of these accounts are not real anyway. And so it looks like, God, what am I doing wrong, right? And I know tons of people in this community are killing it this year. I mean, they're putting up numbers that they've never seen, and yet they are still going, I should be making more. Don't fall prey to that, because that's when you start doing really stupid things like shorting Micron, or just, adding on to a stock that just keeps going parabolic so that when it does reverse, you have your biggest position. Trust me, figure out what your goal is, the goal that works for you, for your family, for your lifestyle. Make sure you have a methodology that supports that goal, that has a good risk basis. I guarantee you, when all the music stops, 95% of those people that are telling you that they're killing it, they're going to lose it all. It's just like when the housing bubble happened during the financial crisis. I remember I knew people, they're flipping houses, they're doing this, they're doing that. There were some places I wanted to buy. I just God, they're just way overpriced. And it sucked for like a year or two, right? I just did my thing, made my money, whatever, avoided buying those overpriced houses. Everyone was at parties talking about, whoa, look at me, I'm flipping, I'm doing this. Every single one of them, to a T, that was doing that went into BK. Okay, so just make sure you're doing what is comfortable for you. Try to tune out the other noise and be a part of a community that can help you with that, right? That's what we do here every single day in the Lund Loop. We make sure we are on point, that we're not chasing these crazy dreams. I'm not saying you can't take a flyer. You can't take some money and put it aside and say, I'm going to try to really run this up. But I'm telling you, I've known people that have lost houses, that have lost marriages, and have lost families because they tried to chase the dragon one too many times and it just blew up in their face. So, all right, let's get to the actual technicals here.